Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Moonchild Megan with Moonchild Megan Tarot. I recently did a deck review on the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I had mentioned that I wanted to trim the borders. I am not a fan of borders, and I went back and forth on this one for a while before I decided to just dive in and do it. I consulted the cards, if you will, because that's how much of a back and forth I was doing. So the cards helped me make the decision and told me that I needed to be creative today, and I went ahead and dived in and did it. So I wanted to show you, I'm not going to show you every card, but I will show you a little bit of some of the artwork and how different it looks. You can already see the backs of the cards and the difference between them. Obviously the size is a little bit smaller and it works perfect for me, for my little hands as my shuffling. I did want to show you a comparison. This is my Everyday Witch Tarot. Excuse me. And I did, I put them side by side like this, and I was able to see that, you know, it's not much different from that size, just to give you kind of a comparison. So I have two more cards that I need to do, and I was going to show you how I did that. First of all, I use a, excuse me, I use a corner rounder. And the reason I do that is because once you cut the cards, the edges become extremely sharp, and shuffling with sharp edges and corners just don't work for me. And I don't know many people that it does work for. So this one I just got at my local Hobby Lobby, I believe it was. There's a 4, a 7, and a 10 millimeter corner. And what I find most that I like is the 10 millimeter. I've used this one on all of my deck modifications and trimmings. I like the dramatic effect that it gives. So that's what I used on this deck as well. So what I did, it's a lot easier for me to do it this angle versus the back, because you'll see this small little line. It has kind of a border around the border kind of thing. And I went ahead and completely trimmed that off as well. I did try it without, just, going up to the line, and I didn't like it. So I went ahead and did the entire line here. And it actually helped because it allowed me to use it as a guide. Now, I'm not perfect. A lot of people use either guillotine or, those cutting boards and such, but I don't have that, so I just use a simple pair of scissors. But I'm also not perfect when it comes to cutting them straight. So yes, there may be a couple of my cards that have a little bit more gone to them on the sides versus another card, but personally that does not bother me. If it bothers you, then maybe using a guillotine or a cutting board would be a better idea. But I'm very simple, so this is, the scissors work perfectly fine for me. So I lined it up here, and like I said, I just used it as a guide along that that line there. And there we go. So you can see that it's not perfect. And yes, there were some spots that I had to go back and get to. This is a glossy finish, so some people that may make it a little easier to cut, some it may make it harder. So just keep that in mind. So like I said, I just went ahead and I used that as a guide. Sorry guys, I'm battling allergies, so forgive my voice in my throat. But I wanted to do this video for you guys and get it out. So, as you can see, that's what it looks like. The corners are extremely sharp. So that's when I take my corner rounder on my 10 millimeter and I chop it. And you can immediately see the difference. Gotta line it up in there good. And there you go. That is the finished product. Now, like I said, I go back and sometimes I file the edges here if I need to, and that helps a lot. So I'm gonna do this last one, and then I'll show you guys how the rest of them look. if you hear kids or animals in the background, sorry, you know, life. That's just how it goes. So, once you do, I mean, this is a 52 card deck. Once you do so many, you just kind of get in the groove of it and just get it done. Probably, yeah, could have trimmed that one a lot better. And just go back and clean it up, so to say. There we go. So no, it's not perfect, but it doesn't bother me one bit. It helps with my hands as far as the shuffling and such like that. So I loved that me trimming them didn't affect any of the banner down here, any of the numbers up at the top, or any of the decorations. So it worked out great for that. So let's see if I can move some of this aside, and then I will show you. This was my favorite card of the deck, so it was the first one that I trimmed, and I really, really liked how it turned out. It definitely makes everything pop a lot more. So I'm just going to show you a few of them. I'm not going to go into grave detail. If you want to see the artwork, take a look at my full walkthrough and review of this, and that will, you know, give you a little bit better idea of the artwork itself. This is mainly just to show you guys how I modified it. I'm debating on whether I want to edge it or not. I'm kind of nervous about the edging. I haven't done that except for one deck, and I wasn't happy with it. So, but I'm thinking about maybe doing red. Hopefully it doesn't bleed through. I don't know. If not, I may just leave it like this. So anyways, like I said, guys, this is the Wisdom of the Oracle Divination Cards by Colette Baron Reed. My modification of it with the trimming, the backs, I love. It turned out so great with the backs. I was extremely happy with that. It's no longer distracting with the borders. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for future videos, and hope you guys have a good one. Bye.